Jake Berger was supposed to be the offensive hero. First time in his career, he's had 3+ hits and a stolen base in a game. First time in his career. I don't know why Sandler wrote that twice, I guess for emphasis. Also, his second 3-hit game of the season. Only Rangers with more are Langford and Smith. So Jake Berger hits 2 bombs. It is not enough as the Rangers bullpen gives it away, and they lose to the Yankees.
Gives it away. Key word right there. And there was one spot that the Rangers were in 8th inning, first and second, couple of outs, Judge is up. All right, so they made the pitching change, and the question was, do you pitch the Judge with first runners on first and second, up 1?
How many outs?
2. Or walk him, so now you load the bases, and you put the go-ahead run at second base, as opposed to the tying run at second, because it was first and second. So you walk Judge, obviously everybody moves up a bag, but you also bring up Bellinger, who's now lefty, was righty-righty. If Judge was going to be up, now you bring up Bellinger, who's a lefty, who had already gone deep, who's kind of swinging a hot bat, hit a grand slam against the Mets a couple of days ago. So that was kind of a tricky spot to be in. What do you do there? They pitch the Judge, they get him 1-2, and then inexplicably a ball that was belt high was thrown. I have no idea why a ball was that much into the strike zone to Aaron Judge in a spot where you're up 1 in the 8th inning.
And then Luke Jackson does his thing. Bobby's going to go off on that in a second, but I'm getting some Bruce Bochy anger on my timeline from Jason. The most frustrating part is Bochy will continue to throw that meatball-throwing double-A wannabe closer out there. Bochy is the main reason this season is going the way it is. There's a reason why he's lost a lot more games than he has won. I knew this was over as soon as baseball rigged the top of the 9th, and Aaron Boone did not get tossed for acting like an asshat on a call that actually went his way. I was wondering why Boone was going so crazy, even though he did end up getting the call. They reversed it, runner out, and he's still cussing the umpire up and down. The ump finally turned around and said, enough. From Shannon, can y'all please ask CY, wrong show, but you got the right station, how long he's going to ride with Bochy, and if he plans to invest in the bullpen ever. And then from Jim Rose, the bullpen is starting to show their true colors, and the 2023 season was lightning in a bottle. Anyone expecting this offense to come out of their funk has not been watching for a year and 2 months. Goodwill shopping for relievers will eventually bite you. That from Austin. And then Raphael, we can't keep up with this bullpen. SMH, we need help.
All right, real quick. How quickly you get spoiled or entitled as a fan base to want the manager who waltz in here, wins a ring, and now 18 months later you've had enough?
Well, I don't think they're saying fired. It's like they think
how long they're going to stick with them?
Yeah, but I do think I'm guilty of this. I'm scared to criticize Bruce Bochy at all. But that should not be the case.
It should not be the case.
We need to judge him off the moment in the season that's happening.
You should absolutely be able to criticize him.
I shouldn't be like, oh my God, he won a World Series. The man is a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Should he have put Jack Leiter out there the third time? The bullpen being mismanaged? Does he even have replacement options for Luke Jackson?
There you go. That's the thing. You can criticize him for third time through with Jack Leiter. I don't know if he's trying to teach him and show him how to throw or force him to learn how to do it, or he's just mismanaging, or it's a lack of options.
Yeah.
Luke Jackson is not out there because
Bruce Bochy loves him.
He loves him, or because he's his child, or he has photos of him. All right. The team they're playing had a guy they brought in this year, Devin Williams, to be the closer. They already replaced him. Why? Because they had a closer who they could replace him with. But if you don't have someone that you can replace Luke Jackson with, what are you going to do?
I mean, throw a warm body out there. They're just as likely to give up 4 runs or whatever else Luke Jackson's going to do when he's out there. This is like you can't have a closer 2 months into the season with a 6 ERA, basically. Like, that's not acceptable.
I agree.
There's no level of excuse for it. If it's like, well, who are you going to throw out there? Literally try anyone else because a 6 ERA is not good enough. Like, I don't care. Anybody, if you throw somebody else out there, what are they going to do? They're going to give up the same 6 ERA and blow the same number. They're also going to be 0-4. he's not good enough to be your closer. This is a guy who's had more seasons with a negative wins above replacement as a pitcher than he's had a positive one. Like, he's not closer material. I don't know why this was their plan. Look, Kirby Yates has gotten knocked around a little bit with the Dodgers recently, but his peripherals look really good. I still don't know why Kirby Yates wasn't entertained more as an idea to bring back here. You're talking about a guy who is averaging, 15 strikeouts per 9 innings right now for them. His fielding independent pitching's 2.9. That's a better option as your closer right now. But, look, as much as Bruce Bochy sometimes, I think, you go like, all right, are you being a little too
loyal,
old school committed to certain things, or it's a little frustrating to watch at times? They are not in the position they are because of Bruce Bochy decisions. They're in the position they're in because most of the season they haven't been able to hit the baseball.
Tolo Chris hit us up, like to have David Robertson, give him a call. He's just sitting around in, Alabama or wherever the hell he lives, rolling his, keeping his socks high, but maybe you give him a call. There's things you could do. He's obviously not pitching because he doesn't want to pitch.
What did you say? Did you guys do this when I was out? What has happened to closers?
We didn't necessarily do it when you were out, but if you go around the sport,
what does that mean necessarily?
We may have broached the subject. But
I don't recall us doing it.
What's that?
I don't recall us doing
this. No,
this.
I mentioned that like the closers in the sport have gone downhill, and if you look at, I already mentioned Devin Williams. Emmanuel Clase. So Clase, I took a screenshot of this yesterday. Let me find it real quick.
Clase Zoo.
So in 2024, through 74 innings, he allowed 5 earned runs. This year, he's allowed 10 in 19. He allowed 39 hits last year. He's already allowed 26. His ERA last year was a 0.61. It's a 4.74. Williams, last year, he allowed 3 earned runs in 21 innings. This year, he's allowed 13 in 17 innings. Other closers around the sport have completely lost their way, too. There's a couple others. And the belief is that they're blaming analytics, that they've told these pitchers, you get X amount of swings and misses on this pitch, so throw this more. What they're missing and what's happening to these closers is that when you throw that pitch more, a couple of things happen. A, the more you throw a pitch, the more chances for a mistake on that pitch to happen. If you only break 3 curveballs off in a game, and they're all great. But if you break up 38 curveballs in a game, how many of those are you going to miss on, right? Second, the hitter sees them more. So now they become more used to it. It's not a surprise. It's not unique. And that's part of the issue that the closers are having around the sport. Also, closers are like kickers.
Yeah.
They're just a little nuts. They lose it, and it's gone. And it's hard to get it back. And they don't pitch enough. Sorry, they don't pitch. They don't have throw days necessarily because they're pitching all the time to work on mechanics.
Kenley Jansen's broken right now. His ERA with the Angels is double what it is for his career. He's a 2.62 guy. He's 5.28 on the season. He's given up 4 home runs already this year. There have been
what's a roll
like
doing right
5
now?
or 6 seasons. There's like 5 or 6 seasons of Kenley Jansen's career where he's allowed fewer than 4 home runs in a season. He's already up to 4.
Yeah, I know
his
he's in
strikeouts
Boston.
per 9 is below 10 for the first time in his career.
I know he's in Boston. I wanted to see what the numbers were. 3-2 with a 1.89. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you freaking kidding me?
It's not October yet.
8 saves on the season.